Hello, everybody. I am Venomous Pie. You guys know me full well as the Pinkie Pie of the group. And, of course, I have with me our rarity, Jedi Padawan Daniel. Say hello.
Howdy, everyone.
We have our Sweet Belle, which is Fate Star.
Hello!
We have our Applejack, which is Mosigo.
Greetings, you primitive screwheads.
Oh my god.
Seriously?
Yeah.
We have our Twilight, which is Sharpwit.
Angel Bunny broke his leg. Best episode ever.
Finally! Somebody just said it! Yes!
Daniel, thanks a lot.
Do you seriously want this video to be taken down because of anybody abuse providing?
Anyways, we have our Starlight, which is Neon Blade.
Hello, everyone. What's up?
We have
And police serene.
we have our Rainbow Dash, which is Kanata.
Greetings, everyone. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. Long story short, I got stoned last week by a certain Earth pony. and no, it's not by mod. It's because of Tree Hugger.
Oh, that kind of stones.
It also
So
didn't.
you're smoking Tree Hugger's weed, okay.
Age of Aquarius, age of Aquarius.
Alright, let Kanata talk, please.
Smoke weed every day.
It also doesn't help that Berry Punch was with me and her, and so yeah, add alcohol to that, and I'm still recovering from the headache.
I bet you drank.
So you were stoned with Tree Hugger and you were getting drunk with Berry Punch.
Not a good combo.
Da-da-da.
Get on with it.
Yeah, let's
Yes,
move on.
Thank you.
Alright, we have our Spike, which is Elite Yoshi.
Hello, it's me. And I am just hoping that PETA does not try to sue us for laughing at Angel Bunny for getting hurt.
Don't
Elite, here's the
The
deal.
only ones that find it funny. I know we're not the only ones.
hold on.
Here's the deal.
Hold on, Masigo, hold on. We also have our Sunset Shimmer, which is Crimson Starbright.
Setting the pendulum scale, and ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Crimson Starbright, at your service.
And finally, we have our very own Fluttershy, which is Violet Bloom.
Yay!
And the reason I did introduce her last is because, well, it's a Fluttershy episode we're talking about. Today, we are talking about Fluttershy Leans In, an episode that not a lot of people were expecting. So, I think you know the whole deal. We go in a random order for what we do like, and then we will go in reverse order on what we don't like, which can be easier said than done at points.
Yep.
So, let me go through the roulette wheel, and starting things off shall be Kanata.
Okay, my positives for this episode, and you're probably going to hear this a lot throughout this podcast when it comes to positives, is Fluttershy just overall in this episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. This episode, I think to a lot of people, this is the episode we've been waiting for 7 seasons for Fluttershy. Fluttershy has always been one of my favorite characters for me. She's always been like the most personal character for me. She's like the one character that actually got me to coach to start making YouTube videos and start doing the podcast and just start recording myself and just doing whatever. Because beforehand, I never liked how I sounded. I always got nervous when recording. So if it wasn't for Fairy Vanilli and Fluttershy in that episode and just overall as a character, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing this right now. So to finally see Fluttershy stand up for herself and actually, commit to what she wanted, commit to her visions, and not comprehend what she believes and everything. That's something that I really been dying to see for the longest time, and I think a lot of fans have.
I know I have.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I always wanted to see Fluttershy just saying, "You're all a bunch of idiots. I'm right. Get on with it."
Yeah, pretty much. This has been like 5 seasons in the making. Ever since Fluttershy, ever since putting your hook down, this has been like an episode in the making of what a lot of fans have been wanting to see out of Fluttershy. Now, this episode is not going to please everyone. I know, some may not like this Fluttershy and how, she acted in this episode, and it's going to take away from what made her character great to some people, but I don't see that personally. This was a huge step up for Fluttershy in this episode, and even though this is not one of my most personal episodes for me, it's still a really good episode that I've been dying to see for a long time in this series.
Okay. Who do you pass it off to, Kanata?
I'll pass it off to Violet Bloom.
Okay. What I liked about this episode is, honestly, it has to be how relatable it is.
Okay.
I think I know what you mean.
But continue.
Yes. Well, just like what Konata said, Fluttershy really stepped up compared to when she was during the start of the series.
She really has.
And I have to say, Fluttershy's struggle with trying to follow her dream and everything against those three professionals. Yeah, that's actually really relatable because it shows that Fluttershy is really trying to hold on to that dream, which links with the moral at the end.
Which is really relatable to a lot of people.
Yep.
Yeah, not to mention what Fluttershy said to the sloth. We all move at our own pace.
Yep.
That line is what made the episode for me. Because, and like what happened with Konata, I could not even take the first step to achieving my dream. I need my parents to push me to take that first step. And yet, I don't feel like it was the right step until I'm midway through the path. Which is similar with Fluttershy. She already started having that step by looking after the animals, yet she only realized that that is indeed her dream, that she can accomplish it right in the middle of the path after she gained that confidence.
Ah. Very interesting.
Yep.
That is true.
Anything else you want to add on that,
And
Violet?
it's because of... Yeah, it's just... Episodes like this is the reason why Fluttershy is best Pegasus for me.
Who do you pass it off to, Vi?
Let's see here. I'm gonna pass it off to... Venom, that means you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. Alright, you pass it off to me? Okay. What do I like about the episode other than the obvious? Excuse me. It's a tough call for me, but anyways, I will make an announcement about a certain character, but by the time I reach the end of my positive. But my positive for the episode is the pacing. I thought this episode was paced very beautifully. Like nothing felt too rushed or nothing felt too slow. Like it was just at the right steps. And from Fluttershy's standpoint, it felt very convincing, up to the point where I was rooting for her. Like, I really wanted her to accomplish her dream, and the pacing of the episode helped that, because it gave me a lot of time to support Fluttershy's ultimate dream of having an animal sanctuary. Heck, that moment when Fluttershy was speaking about her dream, that was really touching. Even to the point where even Rainbow Dash was crying tears of joy. Yeah, but anyways, speaking of Fluttershy, yes, like a lot of us here, I do love Fluttershy in this episode. She's really grown on me throughout the entire series, because at first, I didn't really care for her. Not because she was bad or anything, but she felt like she was too standard. Like, okay, she's the typical shy character. Yeah, she's the typical shy character. Okay. She's a bit cute, but that's about it. And my main problem with her, especially during seasons 1 through 4, is that, and I'm using Hurricane Fluttershy and Magic Duel for an example. She was a character that could take one step forward in one episode, but by the next episode, she takes two steps back. That was the recurring case for me until Philly Vanilli and Inazy being Breezy's. I mean, Philly Vanilli gave me the impression of baby steps, like it gave me a glimmer of hope. Inazy being Breezy's clinched that hope that Fluttershy is really starting to grow. And by the time season 5 hits, she made it up to my top 10 favorite characters. And then we get to Flutter Brother in season 6, which put her in my top 5. And now looking at this episode, I'm gonna say this right now. Sorry, Twilight, you've been dethroned. Fluttershy is my 3rd favorite pony of the show.
Just like mine.
Okay.
And mine.
Yeah. So it's good to hear you say that.
Even he have to agree that Fluttershy is great for now.
Yeah.
However, some might argue that Fluttershy took a little step backward in Scaremaster.
Yeah, but
some. I don't touch that topic because I'm not decided if which side I'm in.
Well, it was a temporary setback, to be fair. But anyways,
But other than that, she was pretty consistent ever since it ain't easy being Breezy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
We didn't think of that episode.
But anyways, yeah, my main positive is Fluttershy in the episode, but I really love the pacing of this episode, which is why I had to bring it up. So, with that said, I'm gonna pass it off to, let's pass it off to Fate Star.
Thank you. So let's see. I'm gonna say Fluttershy, my favorite character of My Little Pony. Yes, I was so happy. So from this episode, what I love about it, and I agree with both Kanata and Violet, with their because of Fluttershy to stand up and also taking steps at a time. Because I guess I'm also relatable with Fluttershy because I too get shy as well. And I mean, at first when being on here, I get like, I didn't know what to say, or I get shy as well talking to others. I'm always, I didn't know how, I was a little worrying like that. And I think most people would say I was Fluttershy, but I was like, I didn't know. I didn't know much of Fluttershy and to begin with, but until knowing her, I could relate with her, with the shyness and everything. And then even too, she had to build up, like, slowly and steady to build up the confidence with her dreams and, to stand on her ground also too.
Mm-hmm.
I love with this episode that she stand up for herself with only her dreams,
She could have easily cracked and not commit to what she believed in.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what you did in liking green isn't your color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if they went with that direction. I wouldn't be happy, but I wouldn't have been surprised if they just decided to just let Fluttershy, cave in with what she believed in, what she wanted to do, and just let the professionals handle it.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank goodness it did not go there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm still a little shy, but I'm taking one step at a time to build up the confidence of talking and also of having the dream to. All of us had dreams as well. I mean, we're taking one step at a time. And I still believe in that.
It's like what,
Baby steps.
yeah, it's like what Fluttershy said. Don't feel it, Vanilli. Baby steps, every pony. Baby steps.
Yeah. And also with here being on Discord, it was like the first time being on here when I joined on Discord and then talking to all of you guys. And and that's one step at a time that I could actually build up the confidence to talk to all of you guys. So I'll say one thing to all of you guys. I thank you so much for that.
Aw, you're quite welcome.
And I hug Faith.
Our pleasure.
Group hug.
Group hug.
Faith, if you think I will fall for this emotional blackmail and bribery, you are right. I am falling for it. Hug you.
Oh, he does have a heart after all.
Three sizes bigger than me.
I'm very. Don't worry. After that, I'll make my.
Who do you pass it off to, Faith?
Let's see. Who did I pass it up to? I think I passed it off to Marcico.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Faith. Have a cookie.
Hey, cookie. Yum yum.
But that does not mean that I'll fall for your emotional bribery again.
We'll see about that. But continue.
Besides, my heart has the ability of a Pinkie Pie hair. It deflates all the time. But anyway.
Okay.
Well, before. Okay. Anyway. My favorite that anybody has not picked already.
Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's Fluttershy. Good night, everybody. I'm done. Bye bye. This episode is not another one where it's Fluttershy must compromise with the others. No, it's basically she was right all along. It is her vision, and her vision is the best for those animals. It's about her, the best version of putting her hoof down, because she did put her hoof down. That did not result in her feeling guilty about it, because she knows she was right.
Yeah, it's like she did take the lesson for putting hoof down close to her heart.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she did take it close to heart, but in a more how can I say, doable and healthy manner.
Even though she screamed her opinion, it wasn't an aggressive scream. It was an assertive scream.
Yeah, there's kind of a difference.
And I do agree with Stephen. Goats do exist in Equestria, but enough about that. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so I even like how basically a small commentary, but about which is also important, a lesson important for especially for me that wants to one day missions. Don't fuck up with your client's commission. Behind their back, saying, "Oh no, I know what they want." No. Fluttershy knew specifically what she wanted. Yes, she did not have a blueprint or anything, but they should have respected her, basically her main plan, not to go behind her back and do what they did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I also had that thought.
She knows what she's doing. They don't. Just because they're professionals doesn't mean that they're mind readers and that they know what their clients want.
Exactly.
I always felt that this episode might be the analogy of the commission artist and commissioner, because But also on the both sides that in the communications is important, but also the artist shouldn't do something behind someone's back unless that person actually specified, hey, surprise me with something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Those three are the bad artists who is doing the commissions, not movies, not saying bad, but bad in terms of doing commissions. And Big Daddy McCall was actually the good artist who actually heard what you want and do what you want.
Yeah, we'll get.
You know,
I'm pretty sure we'll get to that later.
I'm not gonna lie. Until the moment she opened the door, I thought that she was going to just ask her to use his magic to make the sex right. But
yeah, too easy.
But I kinda hoped. But anyway, yeah, a song segue was much more easier.
Yeah, but anyways, who do you pass it off to?
I was not finished.
Okay.
Okay. If there's no time, I'll pick some. I'll save later. Anyway, I pass it off to Crimson Boy.
Ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's see. My positives for the episode. Fluttershy leans in.
Yep.
Well, okay, only one positive. I think I got one positive that kind of made me laugh in this episode.
Which is?
Well, I'm starting to like how. Well, I'm kind of laughing for this reason. It's because of Angel's stunt that he tried to pull in Fluttershy's house.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'm worried that Pete is gonna sue
Good night,
us.
everyone. This is something you've all been wanting to see. Don't deny it.
Well, I know. Part of me does feel glad it happened, but at the same time, I don't want PETA to sue me.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
You do realize that
I'm not trying to be rude here, but I'm giving Angel for that stunt. Let's see. I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10 for that. I mean, he could have performed it better before due to injury.
Yeah.
Man, with that episode.
Worried about the people suing our podcast for saying very dark and stupid stuff. You might as well just kick me out of the call because that way it will save you all.
But for some reason, that episode with Angel kind of reminded me like he's doing like the American Ninja Warrior for some reason.
That too.
Yeah, no, wait. You know what Angel parkour reminds me of? That episode with Stephen Carell, the Office, where they go around the office just saying parkour, parkour, parkour. Go to the table, parkour.
Anyways. Continue, Crimson.
I did like how the episode turned out. And yeah, that's gonna be only my positive. I just wanted to get a giggle out of everybody for that one.
And it worked.
Yep.
So who do you pass it off to?
Let's see. Who hasn't had a turn yet?
Yoshi,
Daniel, Neon, and
Shopway.
Ladies and gentlemen, give your hooves up for Jedi Padawan Daniel.
Thank you very much. Alright. Well, for me, I'm gonna have to pull up my what I've written down, what my favorite part is on my phone. Let's see, okay. My favorite thing about this episode was Fluttershy. Wait. Siri got the name wrong.
You had one job.
Everyone would be proud of you right now.
Podcast ruined. Podcast ruined. Get out of here.
Oh god.
Alright. Well, seriousness. Yeah, Fluttershy was my favorite. It was great to see her kind of come around the circle in this episode. Like, getting to see her be more assertive and everything. And I was looking forward to this, like seeing mostly through seeing it from season 6, how she was in Fluttershy, and how she was during the beginning of the whole Dungeons and Discord episode, with just seeing her, how she acted in those episodes. I was wanting to see more of it, and they kind of delivered it in this episode, seeing her being real assertive. I enjoyed seeing Fluttershy's assertive side. It was awesome. It was really well done. She was really well done in this episode.
Daniel, you're wrong. It's not assertive Fluttershy. It's Flutterbold.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right. Yeah, Flutterbold. Well, you're right. I forgot about that.
You know what? I think
Everybody, hashtag Flutterbold.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Flutterbold. Yep. And once again, I thank Pinkie Pie for that line.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is definitely a great episode for Fluttershy. This was really good. And really great seeing her come around full circle a bit like this. It was beautiful. So yeah, that was one of the things I liked about this episode, was Fluttershy showing how well she has come along all these years.
Now, if only they would do this with the other main characters. Sure, they have those small moments here and there of character development, but it's not as much as Fluttershy. I mean, Fluttershy has been, really been growing a lot more than any others of the main sets. And I wish the others would get just as much development and as growth as Fluttershy in this episode.
I hate to admit that, Kanata, but I actually kind of agree.
Points to
Are you
Knut.
saying that Fluttershy became 20% cooler in this episode?
Kanata, give...
She's always been 20% cooler. But this, she became 52% cooler.
Oh.
Oh, my. Careful there, you're going real high, son.
Yeah. So that was my favorite part of it, was Fluttershy. Now I pass it off to Neon Keyblade.
Alright, go on, Neon.
Oh, my turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, like Venomous already said, the obvious part, which is the good on this episode, is of course Fluttershy. But what I also, what was my favorite part as well, is just the world building. Seeing a little bit more, like, for example, the vet, like how Fluttershy and the vet actually communicate to each other, which I kind of thought it would be like that they have some sort of a good connection, and that Fluttershy isn't only taking care of the animals all by herself.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure Silver has now his own version of that too. But just seeing the new scenes and all which builds up for it. That is what I liked about the episode so much.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, Fluttershy's development was the highlight of the episode, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you pass it off to?
Who was left? I think. Ah, yeah. Sharpwood, take it away.
Thank you. As for my positive, I think what I'm gonna say is something that none of you ever actually thought about, is the actual fact that Fluttershy got any kind of life goal for herself. Because for the long time, ever since that Lauren Foss interview for the documentary, we only pretty much know about the fate for Twilight as a successor of Celestia, and Rarity to have this boutique in the Camelot. And I don't know if she said about Rainbow Dash, but Rainbow Dash was pretty much obvious to be the Wonderbolt. But that was only 3 of the main 6. And for a long time, we didn't know if Applejack, Pinkie Pie, and Fluttershy herself have actually life goals. And now we actually see that Fluttershy actually had that life goal, and she can still pursue with this one, expanding and taking care of the animals in this sanctuary of her.
I think that
Applejack does have a goal. Actually, it's to run the farm if memory serves.
But I was gonna say, like, the reason that Applejack doesn't have a lifelong goal in mind compared to the other main six is because she's perfectly happy with the lifestyle.
I think
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
I think what Sharp.
But if you think about it, you could as well say the same about the Fluttershy with taking care of the animals. But no, actually, she got some goal with this whole sanctuary, and she started to fulfilling that with the building this sanctuary, and now she can run this place and take care of all these animals. As for Pinky, well, Pinky is an enigma, so you can't tell about that.
Yeah. Well, Pinky really doesn't have a long-term goal except making ponies smile, which she does every single day.
If you don't mind me saying, I think what Sharp meant is not exactly goal, but here's the deal. They all have goals, but only a few of them have high ambitions.
That's true.
Like to raise above. Yeah. For example, taking care of a farm, taking care of parties and animals. Those are goals, but I don't know, like Rainbow Dash wanting to be a Runabout and be greater, and Fluttershy to excel at her studies and more stuff. Those are ambitions.
That's true.
Yeah, that's usually also the way. As a that's not related to my positive, but what I want to say to Kanana. First, thank you for noticing the same what I noticed about the character change for the Fluttershy. And second, oh dear, I forgot about what a second.
Oh God, damn it!
You had one job, Sharpwit.
You still that fuck out of this podcast.
Thank you. Nah, never mind. Okay, who was left?
Yoshi, you're up.
Wait, am I the only one left?
Yeah, you're the only one left.
I think.
All right. Oh yeah. Well, this episode was really interesting, to say the least. I really don't know what to say about it, to be honest, because really, all of my positives lie with Fluttershy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a surprise.
I mean, really, you know, it's weird. I thought, like, when I first thought that, I thought that maybe this was going to be like I don't know really how to say it, but for me, I do think that this was the episode that everyone was waiting for Fluttershy. I've noticed that this episode actually shares a lot of parallels with Canterlot Boutique.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not the only one who noticed that comparison.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it showed with with like the finale of Fluttershy's arc, finally standing up for herself, because let's face it, for Fluttershy, it's always been one step forward, two steps back. I mean...
like I said.
Let's face it. The last time we had a Fluttershy episode that covered this was all the way back in season 5, and yeah, that was a bit of a setback for her. Despite it being a good episode.
And
but if there is one thing I gotta give this episode credit for, is sticking all the way through, because I was afraid that Fluttershy was going to maybe relapse back into her old flaws, but apparently she didn't.
Basically, cave in and question everything that she believes and just compromise for what they believe in, even though it's her vision and everything.
Exactly.
Well, I'm just glad she was able to stand up to those free ponies. It's like, well, they may be expertise in the field, but they have no idea how to, listen to Fluttershy at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there are like plenty of people that are like that in real life when it comes to the profession.
Yep.
Yeah, this episode just goes to show you, just because you're an expert in that field of expertise does not necessarily mean you know everything.
Very true.
So basically, this is that scene in Canterlot Wedding with not Canterlot Wedding, Canterlot Boutique.
Boutique.
Yeah.
With Rarity just screwing up the client and doing her own dresses. This is the reverse, with the same thing but with different glances. Like, no, we don't feel pity for you at all.
No, the issue there was that Rarity wanted to open up the shop her own way, but the problem was that she had to compromise her own image, because the dresses that she made were not as popular as the ones that what was the name of her assistant?
Yoshi, Sassy
Yeah,
Saddles.
Sassy
Sassy
Saddles
Saddles.
made was
Yeah.
more popular, and she was afraid that if she were to, go against that, then she would, then the boutique would start losing business.
Actually, the princess dress that she was pretty much doing all over again, that was also the rarity design, not Sassy. Sassy was
No,
only a manager.
Tessie only
That's true.
she was more of a business marshal. She felt that dress should be the one mass produced because it was a safe bet and it was actually selling good money. But Rarity was like, no, I want to risk.
Yeah.
God damn it!
Yeah. That's basically what it is.
Oh, so we have both episodes about compromise and whatnot, and about one artist fucking up the commission. Oh yay!
Oh my goodness.
Still, Fluttershy in this episode was a bit more assertive than Rarity in the Cantwell Boutique because, come on, Rarity pretty much screamed that, no, I don't want to do that in a last act. Fluttershy pretty much did that pretty much right from the beginning.
Yeah.
She
And
named
when-
her-
Well, to be fair, in Rarity's case, it was about an whole business as well.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
she
also
had a
the
little
factor.
bit more at
That's
stake than Fluttershy, to be honest.
And Rarity decided to go back against the client. At least he was not an asshole about it.
At least. Yeah.
True.
But anyways, now we gotta move on to our negatives. So, Yoshi, what's your negative? What don't you like about the episode?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm the one who. I'm not really sure if I noticed this or not, but does it just feel like this episode just went from point A to point B with a lack of conflict? And I don't necessarily mean Fluttershy clashing with the three ponies as a conflict.
Yeah.
I mean, it just went from part A to part B, and that was it.
Yeah, which is
Nothing in between.
the reason why I didn't think this episode was that memorable upon first viewing is because there was little to no conflict.
So you
yeah,
think
I mean,
that it's
yeah,
like- it's
Fluttershy
basically
gets into
like-
an argument with that. That's it. And then one of the ponies' clumsiness causes the sanctuary to come down. But to be
that
fair,
was the animal.
Fluttershy didn't really like it that way anyway. So
Yeah.
I think in a way the animals kind of did her a favor.
Well,
Actually,
they probably gone.
actually, I think there's a reason for that.
Why?
Much Fluttershy had grown because,
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
so basically, in the end, it is Fluttershy that should be in the end saying, "I didn't learn anything."
They basically,
No.
basically they had to I think they had to expand the whole, those three people, doing things their own way to just show the message to kids to not let others control your vision and everything. That's why it might have felt that way to you.
Which is a good
Yes.
message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
One that MLP often does not give because they are more about a middle ground compromising.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, I think that if they had gone with the compromise route, I think that the episode probably would have been somewhat worse because
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, think about it this
In my
way.
opinion, it would
This
have
is the episode that fans have been waiting for a long time. To see Fluttershy finally. I mean, yeah, sure, she still does have her moments of shyness, but
Mhm.
But to be honest, I mean, she's finally standing up for herself. And if they went for the compromise route, that would have been a severe disappointment for fans who are looking forward to this episode and the finale to this arc.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Especially for a animal sanctuary, because the way they were building that thing, they would kill each other inside of it. Because it looked like a human house. They would murder each other, and the rest would die of depression.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, the whole point of a sanctuary is for the animals to roam free wherever they want.
Yeah, just like Fluttershy said, animals don't live the same way ponies do.
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
is ironic because
How humans like us, how we do things.
Which is
Well, to be-
which is ironic because ponies are also animals.
Yup.
well,
Well, in a way,
then,
we are animals too because we
are.
grew from the monkeys.
Exactly.
We evolved from the monkeys.
Can we please move on?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Sharpwood, do you think I'd be right on this?
Yeah, I was before you.
Yes, you were, Sharpwit.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, yeah.
So
I just
it-
figured I'd just get a second opinion.
Need to speak away.
Actually, my negative for this episode is actually in fact all those three ponies that the Fluttershy was initially asking for help, because as much for the construction pony was necessary, because well, it is a construction site, but
Yeah.
the interior designer with the fancy interior designer for Animal Sanctuary, what was the point of asking him for help?
Yeah.
Knowing that you pretty much the design it
Basically,
wasn't even an interior design, because that is not the building, that's not the construction, that is the open space that you'll only
I
be
think it was
managed.
I think it was supposed to make the house look more fashionable with like the stuff
Visitors.
that people had put on the drapes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know,
but I think,
there
but I
is-
think there lies a problem with the construction pony too, since this is a whole other topic for buildings.
Different time of that type of construction, not the building, but the it manages this free space or to relate to the animals who roam around.
Here's
Yeah.
the
The
deal.
thing,
That-
was, who would really be helpful would be somebody who was an expert in landscaping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And there's also that the animal tamer, or whoever she was, that one.
Yeah.
She was also unnecessary element in my eyes, because come on, Fluttershy is animal tamer for one, and two, she doesn't need cages or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me?
So
or
as much as I understand that these two were necessary to actually build up the conflict, from the practical point of view, they were absolutely the fifth wheel in this wagon.
What I'm going to say.
Kinda,
To
yeah.
be fair,
But I'm
To
coming
be
to
fair-
my point as well.
I think a way that the design guy would be useful, because they sometimes use that for legit animal sanctuaries, is that he designed the colors of a for small critters with colors that they do bring out more calmness mood for the animal. In that way, it would be useful, but no, not in the way that Rarity was presenting.
Yep. Yeah, but anyways, let's move on. Sharpwit, you got anything else?
No, I think pretty much was said. So,
All right.
Mr. Neonblade, tell me what's on your mind.
All right, Neon.
Oh, ha ha, sharp.
That one comparison to myself, I won't let go.
Hey, I
Hashtag
still
Dr. Shaw.
think you're more like his brother. That makes you technically my dragon brother. Just saying.
Let
Yeah.
it go. Let
Get
it
on,
go.
get on with it, please.
Yes.
Back on track.
Yes.
Every pony and dragon. Every
Yeah.
pony and dragon on track. Come on.
Okay, as I already said, like Sharpwood already told as well, with the three ponies who actually wanted to help with that, I kind of think in one way they were kind of portrayed wrong as well. At least the construction one, because the thing is, I did my application as a wholesaler for a company who provides construction sites with all sorts of materials. And there was also the supplemental category with landscaping. Technically, the sketch and the drawing Fluttershy gave the construction pony is actually a legit sketch for landscaping. He actually had to work with that. So, technically speaking, he committed complete sabotage on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
If
that's
I could
actually-
use, if I could use the comparison, it's like I would ask the artist to draw myself a dragon, and he would do my OC as a penguin, for example.
Yeah, because the guy was basically.
I think that the problem is here that it's a little bit supplemental. I mean, on one hand, with the drawing, okay, that's completely missed the topic. He actually did do the OC for you. So technically speaking, it's a little bit different than here, because here was complete sabotage of the whole project itself. It should be a sanctuary, not a
Not a
building.
house. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what completely breaks the immersion of this. Because even in this drawing from Fluttershy, there was not even remotely something which would resemble a house.
Nope.
It's more or less that the construction worker going behind her back.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I kind of have to admit I'm a little bit sad about this, that this portrayal is a little bit misleading too, since I'm somewhat in the providing department of that whole thing too.
Mm.
So it's a little bit of a personal nitpick, but yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have one of those. Don't worry, because of my previous study with animals. But I'm sorry.
All right, Daniel.
Okay.
Yes.
Negative, please.
Nitpick away.
Okay.
Pick away. Pick.
Well, my nitpick is really, well, it's kind of about the. It is about the three ponies. Like really, they knew what flesh I asked of them to do, but they chose to go behind her back and do it a different way. I mean, really, they really messed up. Like, on, I don't even know how to describe how messed up that was. Like they're supposed to be professionals, yet whenever they were asked to do something, they did the opposite of what that person asked. And they're supposed to be professionals. That was just.
Doesn't mean they are professionals. That doesn't mean they're free from making mistakes.
Some people are in the some people are in the professional fields for themselves. They don't care about the customers as long as they get paid and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Technically, those guys weren't getting paid.
Same point though.
Oh yeah, you kind of right.
The point still stands though.
Yeah, and also, like, something I noticed, Fluttershy expected them all to finish that in just like 2 days. That's a bit too soon for them to finish that project.
Well, need to remind you that they keep on those opponents keep on expecting to finish wrapping up winter the day before spring, and they'll had to be done in one single day.
And
the powers of musical. Oh, thank you. The powers of musical montage makes everything go faster, so that's why.
But there was no musical montage in this one, though.
Yes, there was.
Because they did not deserve it. No, there was with the main
Near the end of the episode, when Fluttershy Big Daddy McColt and everything at the end of the episode, there was like a montage of the main sis helping out with Fluttershy and Big Daddy.
Well, I meant like them singing in the montage.
Oh, then no.
Well, there was still a music montage.
That's what I mean by musical montage. I mean like them singing while they're working. That's why I mean not like actual music, just like them singing. That kind of musical montage.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let's go back to your points.
Yeah, but if I may throw in one point there. Technically speaking, that project could be done in 2 days. Actually,
Can I add something to you, Neon?
Hmm?
And can I add something to you, Neon, and also Daniel, in the way?
Sure.
Have you seen Extreme Makeover Home Edition? They've been doing the big buildings in a week, so it's possible.
Dude, that's
I
why
have
I'm
not
saying
seen that.
I saw that all the time.
That's fair. That's a fair point, Shockwave.
Yeah, landscaping is actually not that complex than building a house, so
it's a lot easier.
It's a lot easier than you think it is.
Especially when you have magic and flying characters to help with.
Exactly.
Because if I put it from my expertise, which I know from landscaping, the only thing that would have taken a lot of time would be the stone formation with the waterfall. That would be the only thing that would drag the project along.
But then again, you got magic as a factor, so it could be a lot quicker
That's what
that
I
way.
meant. That's what I meant.
They should have brought Maud in for that. She would have been great in helping them make a rock formation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way,
Because technically she does live near Ponyville, so really she could have helped a bit.
We just recently got a mod episode, so just slapping Mod Pie in this episode out of nowhere would feel forced.
yeah, it would.
Well,
Besides,
to be fair,
besides
we
everybody,
did saw Starlight in the montage scene too.
besides
It wouldn't be far-fetched that Maud actually helped in the back scene.
Well, Stolen is becoming one of the main characters, so having her featured there came no surprise.
I think
Yeah.
Maud was just busy chasing down Sharpwit's golem. That's why she did not help.
Monolina Daisy Pie.
By the
Anyways,
way, Sharp, do we actually want
Neon?
to know what happened with
Neon?
your golem?
anyway, we gotta move on here. Anything
Yeah.
else, Daniel?
Nope, I'm good.
Alright, Crimson?
Huh?
You're up. What's your negative?
Hmm. I don't think I have any negatives here. This is strange.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Crimson is like, I have no negatives. Give me my paycheck.
No negatives? I didn't know we were in the Twilight Zone.
Seriously, Daniel?
So the music out.
No.
Okay, I'll just be in my hole.
So, you want to pass out to someone else, Crimson?
Yeah, who went after me?
Me.
Let's see, go.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, more Seagull.
Thank you. Where's my paycheck? Anyway, my negative is, well, Angel Bunny did not die.
Angel, but damn, man!
And this was the last episode of Bronimaniacs.
Hashtag poor angel.
Hey,
And this is the last time I see every one of you. I hope you will enjoy the show so far because we are all being screwed by Peter.
Now it's hard to see why you don't want to be included in these conversations.
hey, let me borrow Ellie's flamethrower and give me a moment, then I can change that.
Okay.
Why do you need the flamethrower? You're a Padawan for crying out loud.
And
Have you
you
ever
have
had roasted
unicorn.
rabbit before?
Alright, let's get back on topic.
No, seriously. No, that was serious, but another point, a more reasonable one. I kinda am flabbergasted as. Here's the deal. I am not going to defend any one of the ponies that Fluttershy used for help because they were building their own things, they were fucking up. But here's the deal.
Why not?
Show that a sanctuary needs to be open air and all. It highly depends on the animals that you're going to put in because all the animals that Fluttershy was using on the sanctuary, they would kill each other in a week.
You forget that.
Yeah.
You forget who's putting those animals in there in the first place, right?
Oh yeah, I know, but anyway, still, what if she has to take a quick vacation? What if Discord is requesting her for a booty call? But anyway.
What?
Mustigo, one word.
Oh my.
Mustigo, one word. One word, Mustigo.
Oh my god.
Okay. One word, what is it?
Fluttershy is basically building Zootopia.
You know?
Damn, you're right.
Take
Actually.
everything, I take
Right.
Violet
wow.
is right. Violet is right, I take back everything I said. I was an idiot. Well, I am always an idiot, but that's not the case.
And suddenly, it's
So that means
the
that
love this episode.
Well,
But on a more serious note, the problem is, for example, a sanctuary does need cages and whatnot, but for transporting animals, basically, yeah, I only nitpicking because if you all can nitpick, so can I. But overall, yeah, those are my only negatives. A few of the logistics with animal sanctuary building.
Sorry.
Bunny is not dying and burning in hell right now.
You know, I'm gonna remind everyone: no animals were harmed in making this podcast.
Jeez.
Just had to throw that out there.
Maybe just yours.
Just for all of our legal safety.
Oh, jeez.
And-
We
Anyways,
mean no harm, Peter. We mean no harm.
anyway, anything else, Mosigo?
Quick out to people that are saying goats, any animal needs to be sentient. Sentient is not the same as sapiens. Sapiens means that you are rational. Sentient only means that you have all the 5 senses. So yes, every animals with bones are sentient. And who was before me? Oh, Faith, here you are. Have a cookie and a pelt. Let me just put out the fires of me just saying I wanted to torture and murder a actual animal.
Anyways, Faith?
Let's see.
That dark so fast.
Not much I could say about the episode. I guess the you guys talked about with the 3 with the construction, the interior decorator, and all. It's just they would think that they think that their own way, their ideas is like, I don't know. It's just my nitpick was with them with saying like, are you sure you don't want this? And Fluttershy, as much that's not Fluttershy's idea, but they just do it anyway with their own idea, and they think that Fluttershy would appreciate that idea with the construction worker, with the all of them with their own idea. So, and it's not Fluttershy's idea.
Well, to quote Tony Stark, not a great plan.
Yes, very much.
Baggage for Tony Stank.
Anything else, Faith?
No, but I just love this episode, so I'll pass it on to you.
Okay. Seeing as you're feeling comfortable on my head.
Yes.
Anyways, anywho, actually, I wanted to add something to a positive real quick.
Ben, can I say something real quick?
Sure, Crimson.
Sure. What were you gonna say, Crimson?
It's why you're so smart.
Wait, what happened?
Wait, what?
Fate, why you're so
What?
smart?
What?
Well, she is only a filly.
Because
Yeah, I know. I did. I just did a Dragon Ball Z reference. If no one caught that.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Gotcha.
I'm just trying to be adorable.
Hugs the face.
Well,
anyway,
anyways, I want to add a positive because we all brought it up, but we didn't really state that as a positive or not. I'm not gonna go into summarization. I just want to add it real quick. How many of you like the Big Daddy McCult cameo?
I like it.
What?
Yes.
I thought that
I was excited.
I actually thought that was unnecessary, to be honest with everyone. It felt like he was only there because he needed a construction worker that Fluttershy can trust, and that's it. I can't imagine a lot of people being excited for Big Daddy McCold. I didn't think he was that popular in the fan base. I'm surprised.
Well, either him or Discord, and that would not please you.
Yeah, because we all know that the Lance's paycheck is bigger, so they went for the smaller one.
So,
Oh my goodness.
I understand, but I just found it weird. I just found it more weird than anything. Like,
Well-
really? Big Daddy McCold? Really?
I
well,
get the sense
we'll
that
see,
the
go.
show is trying.
Mosigo, may I? Well, the reason why I like the Big Daddy McCold cameo is because it's a very nice touch of continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
How
that
many construction ponies Fluttershy may know? Besides, of course, Discord, because Discord is pretty much too easy pick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
Big Daddy
so
McCall
easy.
is pretty much more unconventional, and that's good.
And
and
I-
not to mention, it makes sense because
I mean,
we
I
actually
mean-
saw
I mean, I know it makes sense and everything. It just felt weird seeing that when I first saw it. It just felt weird. Like, really? You gonna add him? Really?
But anyway,
That was my thought process.
Guys!
anyways, back to my original purpose here. Honestly, my negative on the episode, and this is the only thing that prevents me from giving a 5-star rating, is basically what Elite Yoshi stated with how this episode presented like little to no conflicts. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Upon my first viewing of the episode during the live stream, I didn't react that much because one, we were all lagging behind, and second of all, I don't know. Aside from a few good moments with Fluttershy, I was honestly kind of bored because it didn't present any conflict that made the episode more interesting. But after a repeated viewing, it suddenly took my interest. I have no idea what the heck happened on the first viewing, but I just didn't like the fact that there was like little to no conflict in the episode. Aside from that one moment where Fluttershy stood firm to her coworkers, and basically told them, "You're fired."
So basically, she went Donald Trump on them.
Oh God, no!
Oh, Daniel.
You know
You're
what?
fired.
Really,
Wait.
man?
Does
Really?
wait, no, it's not Trump because if it was so, she would be up with the idea of building a wall for the animals.
Oh, shut up, Morsigo.
Oh.
Yeah, let's not touch upon that. But anyways,
Oh.
yeah, that's my negative. It's just like the conflict of the episode wasn't that interesting to me, but and it kind of prevents a 5-star rating for me. Everything else was fantastic, but I don't know. I just felt that the conflict was not very interesting and kind of forced. That's all I gotta say. So, Violet.
Okay. Well, the one thing I don't like about this episode. Let's see here. Honestly, I've got to say I'm gonna say this.
Go on.
Really saying this. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but why in the world would every single thing happen like repetitive, you know? Like how with the professionals also are, because they're basically the same scene. Fluttershy with her friend and the professional discussing Fluttershy's plan, but then suddenly they decided to incorporate the professionals decided to incorporate their own plan. The friend like tries to back up with it. Well, only AJ really, but you get the idea.
So basically,
Basically, 3 exact same scenes happening with the professionals.
so basically, you thought the most with the professionals were too repetitive.
Yes, it's basically the same thing, but with different ponies.
I can see that. But anyways, anything else, Violet?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Alright, Kanata?
Okay. What negatives do I choose? But I'm stuck between two. You know, my negative is going to be, now this is just now, I know that this had to happen and everything, this had to happen in order for the episode to make it work and everything, but it's the fact that there was like no other ponies other than that one pony working in that vet. I have a friend that works in vets and everything, and they have like 4 or 5, 6 people, you know, taking care of all those animals, because just one person doing everything all by herself, that's like, that's like really hard and like nearly impossible to do, to try to do a vet business all by yourself. You need multiple amount of people to do that. So the fact that there was only her, the fact that it was only her and everything just didn't make any sense, that she was the only one in Ponyville that was like an expert in animals. There was that one character in season 2 who was an expert in dragons. I'm sure that there were like other people that are like just as good with animals as that one vet and everything. So I think it would have made it a little bit more stronger if they added more characters to that, or just alongside that one character saying, "Hey, we can't handle all this," just saying that.
To be fair, speaking from my experience with vet clinics here in Brazil, you would be surprised at the number of clinics with one vet and one assistant just helping out. You would be surprised at how much they can improvise.
I mean, I'm sure that it's out there. One person or two people taking care of an entire vet and everything. But you would think there would be more vets out there in Ponyville. More people who are more experts in animals and everything.
Well, how much flow of injured animals she got? Because the episode may seem that it was more like a recent thing because Fluttershy has a big mouth, but
So okay, that leads me to another thing. That leads me to another negative that's kind of like on topic with this. If that's the case, then where were the other vets? Because obviously there must be other vets and other places that they could have gone to. Fluttershy recommended all of them to her. So either Fluttershy was taking care of the animals to help her out, or that there were other vets around, but Fluttershy just said, "Don't go to these vets, go to this one instead." And that's what happened. If there was other vets, why didn't they, help her out? Take care of some of the animals for her to lighten her load.
Well, maybe Ponyville is a shithole that can only afford one vet.
Good point. At least I could actually think that could be possible since Ponyville is a smaller town.
Yeah.
I guess it's one of those weird things to where, if you're like an expert in animals and everything, why don't you go, be like an internship at vets and everything,
I think it's come to the point where we're more discussing less the negatives of the episode and more which headcanon is the more favorite one.
Plus, am I the only one that noticed that she said like she doesn't know why the animals are still flocking in her office when they get better? Did anybody catch that?
Oh, I know.
It's like
I caught it.
It's like why is she wondering why? I mean, in the animals' perspective, this is like there was no reason for them to leave since it's like a second home to them and everything.
So basically, they're a bunch of Zephyr Breezes.
Pretty much.
It's an entire species of Zephyr Breeze.
Oh, no.
And she wonders why the animals are not going away. You helped it and healed them. What reason is for them to just walk away now that they're better?
True.
So basically, how many episodes are we going to get of Fluttershy dealing with a bunch of freeloaders?
Anyways,
I also know something. Anyone else know? Is there a reason why the raccoons from Salvo Review are at that vet's place and not Fluttershy's?
Maybe Fluttershy
Because
recommended
the three
going
raccoons
there.
were there. Huh?
Maybe Fluttershy recommended them to go there by complete accident.
Also,
could be.
Also, after like 7 seasons, why is it now? Does anybody feel that this whole animal sanctuary thing came out of nowhere? It's like this was never an issue throughout the entire 6 seasons. Not out of nowhere. This is an issue, and animals just can't go back into the forest or anything.
Yeah, when you put it like that, yeah, I do see what you mean.
It seems
It did kind of come out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think this would have been done better if Fluttershy brought this brought this dream up a season or two ago, and she was working on it slowly, just like with Rarity and her boutique shop. Not have it all be presented at once, but slowly but surely, it's happening.
Konata, have you forgotten? Fluttershy was afraid of her own shadow.
Yeah.
Touche.
True, but she wasn't like this. She was getting more and more better. So I'm not saying I'm not saying she should be like this. She should have said this in season 1 or 2. But say in season 5 or season 4, maybe even season 6. Just bring this up in a previous episode to kind of build this up a little bit more. Not just have this come out of nowhere, because it's kind of weird how out of nowhere this is a problem now that the animals need to find need a shelter and everything. After 6 seasons and everything, why is it now that the animals need a shelter? What's going on that's preventing them from going back to their natural habitats and everything as it is?
I have the same point as you, because you only build a habitat when there is endangered species of the area, and the area is fucked up beyond repair.
Yeah, but they don't. They don't even bring that up. So it's they don't bring up any reason for them as to say, hey, why can't they go back to their natural habitats?
But then again,
hang on, guys, we gotta move on.
All right.
So okay, it's time to give our ratings for the episode. So, Kanata, what would you give it?
I give this episode a 4.5 out of 5. This was a really fun episode, and an episode I've been waiting for 4 or 5 seasons for. The only thing that's holding me back is the negatives that I brought up, and basically the 3 construction workers that were trying to help out Fluttershy in this episode.
Okay. Just give me a moment here. Violet?
I give this episode a 5 out of 5 because it's really, really something relatable, and honestly, that's really the reason why I find this episode okay, despite all of the negative.
Okay. As for me, I give this episode a 4.5 out of 5. The reason being, I adore this episode. I love how they presented Fluttershy and everything. But the conflict itself is what knocked it down a little bit for me, personally. But everything else was fantastic. It's just that the conflict was my main problem. So, Faith?
5 out of 5. Because she's taking she's taking one step at a time.
With a badass seal of approval.
Alright, Bosigo?
Well, for what it was, I give it a 4.5, because basically it's all I wanted. Fluttershy being assertive and Angel Bunny getting tortured, so it's all I wanted. You may laugh, but I know a lot of you are saying, "Oh God, yes."
Oh, by the way.
Well, okay. Here's the thing.
I
wanted Angel hurt, not tortured.
Nada.
I was gonna say a joke here. By the way, I actually did bring up a joke upon my second viewing of the episode, and I don't think a lot of us would like this reference, but I just gotta say it. Wait.
That is.
Angel, you tripped? Well, that's terrible. I thought Rabbit's feet were supposed to be lucky.
Well, you can say he was a fallen angel.
Oh!
Sorry. I go to the corner. I'll go in the corner.
That was good.
No corner, fine. No corner, fine. High hoop for you.
Rabbit. Yeah, wait, you gotta run over us. You're not a rabbit. You're supposed to have lucky feet.
You know what? That if he's a fallen angel, that does confirm it. Angel Bunny is Satan.
Oh my God! Should have thought of that.
All right, let's move on. Crimson. Crimson, if you're still here.
That confirms. Great commentary, Crimson. Next one.
You got it ready for us, Crimson?
think his Discord dirt, I think.
With the real Slim Crimson, please stand up.
Stand up.
We'll get back to him. Daniel?
5 out of 5.
5.
Excuse me.
Alright, Crimson, you're back. Do you have a rating for the episode?
Ladies and gentlemen, this show is a 5 out of 5.
Nicely done. Good, sir. Anyways. Leon?
Well, like I said, with this only little nitpick I had in the episode, I think I go for 4.5 out of 5.
Okie dokie dokie. 4.5 for you. Anyway, Shopwit?
I think I will also go with the 4.5 out of 5. Because, with all the respect to Dr. Wolf, despite what he said, this is a memorable episode. Because, like many of you said, this is the episode that we were waiting for Fluttershy. This half point is taken by the negative we had in this episode, and me personally by the possible outcome from some of the diehard Rabbit Fluttershy fans.
Yeah. Anywho, Yoshi?
Alright, so I'll be perfectly honest. Going into this episode, I had the perfect mindset for it because I actually just saw a movie recently the other night, which was an animal movie called A Dog's Promise. It sort of has a similar problems with this episode. However, I feel as though that compared to a 21-minute episode, it's actually not as big of an issue as it would be in the movie.
Okay.
So, while I do think that the lack of conflict is an issue, it's not really. It's actually relatively minor in my eyes. So, I was contemplating whether to give this a 4.5 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5. But seeing as how this episode was not about the conflict. It was about Fluttershy setting out to do what she did, and the episode phenomenally succeeded with that endeavor. So I'd actually have to give this is going to be second 5 out of 5 rating that I'm giving this season.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yay!
Alright, so just give me a moment to do the math and give out overall group rating for the episode. Just give me 1 moment.
5 hours later.
So, 1 moment, please. Nope.
Plays elevator music.
Or the Jeopardy theme, whichever you prefer. But
I'll get the intermission music ready.
Alright, no way, guys. I just got finished. Okay.
Yeah.
And guys, we have a tie with an episode.
Nice.
Ooh.
The overall group rating for Fluttershy Leans In is actually a 5 out of 5.
Oh,
Oh.
Really?
Awesome.
Nice.
Have you noticed that so far we had not a single legit bad episode this season?
No,
So much that
Well, I'm
this is
kind of a little worried about that.
Yeah, me too.
No, you know why? Have you noticed a general pattern that has happened?
Yeah,
With,
like the first 5 episodes start off fantastic, and then the 6th came across as meh.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was saying more or less the 10th episode of the series.
Well,
You know how so far every single episode starting from season 4 has been the 10th episode of every season has been relatively negative, badly received by the fandom.
well, season 5's case started off with episode 6.
No, I do not mean. I mean that
Princess Spike was the 10th episode of the 5th season.
Well, the 6th episode of the 5th season was Applejack's Day Off. No, it wasn't Apple. I'm sorry. Apple is Most Wanted. And that's an episode a lot of people didn't like.
Because it was a waste of time.
Exactly. And same thing kind of happened in season 6. Granted, it was a little more mixed. But anyways, it's a pattern that I've noticing, and I really do hope that this great start does continue. Because
no, Violet, no spoilers. No spoilers, guys. No spoilers.
Yeah, and yes, we are aware that a lot of the episodes are aired in Canada right now, but we will not cover the episode. We will not cover the episode until it airs in the U.S. Just so we can get this more organized, and plus it'll give those who saw the episodes early a lot more time to ponder their own thoughts.
I know it helped. I know it worked for me.
America.
So, I'm just letting all of you know now. I might be on vacation next week, considering next week's episode. So yeah.
All right. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. But our next episode will be Forever Philly.
Or as I like to call it, Sisterhood Social. Or as I like to call it, the sequel to Sisterhood Social.
Or as I call it, a mix of Sisterhood Social and The Cart Before the Pony.
Guys, no spoilers.
And this is how the Bronimaniacs are no more, because we all fight over spoilers. Good night, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the last episode ever. Because
I made a little bit of an error. I'm going to have to prepare for what's going to happen in 2 weeks, so...
Yeah, okay. So, anyways...
2 weeks.
So, anyways, our next episode will be Forever Philly. It'll be on the usual time. So, anyways, thank you all.
I also have one, Venom, before you end, I also have another question.
Yes?
Are we also going to cover the Equestria Girls specials?
Yes, we will.
So,
Awesome.
in that regard, I also assume that we are going to cover them after the official release, right? Because, as maybe some of you might know, the first episode is going to be aired next week in Poland, and every next week are going to be next episodes.
Well, it depends on how long these specials last. I'm planning on covering them once the compilation DVD gets released in the US. So we'll discuss the specials by then.
Well, this might be hard because these are going to be released on Netflix, so I don't know if there will be a DVD release.
Sharp, quick question.
Yes?
Why does Maud have their golem as a pet now?
You're still on that, really?
Can we move that to the post-show?
Yes. Let's talk about that in the post-show, please.
Yeah.
Well, they got rock solid friendship, that's why.
Fuck's sake, Daniel!
Okay, guys, move on.
Yeah, anywho. So anyways, thank you all so much for joining us. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.
Later.
Bye.
See you later, and farewell.
May the
Next
force be
time.
with you.
And remember, I'm watching all of you.
It's
Yeah, that's not
really
creepy at all.
creepy.
Yeah, that's not creepy.